Hi, welcome back to the next in our series of videos on learning Python. Today we're going to start using Pycharm. So once you have it downloaded and installed on your machine, you should see a window that looks something like this, although you wouldn't have any projects here on the left. We will going to create a new project and walk our way through it. Now, you need to make sure you have Python version 3 installed. So if you have this little drop-down box, make sure you're not running Python 2, but you are running something that begins with the number 3. Give your project folder a name. And away we go. You should get a screen that looks like this. All right, on the left-hand side here, if it doesn't appear, just double-click the folder icon. The icon for your project folder up the top here, and that will open it. This will be a list of all the files in your project. So I'm going to right click on it, go to new Python file, hello, and now I have a Python project here, or a Python file, and if I open up this folder, we'll see there's hello.py sitting inside my folder. Right, so one of the reasons we're going to start using Pycharms is so that we can use Pygame, which is to start doing graphical stuff in Python. And so let's get this underway. So I'm going to import Pygame, and that'll do for now, actually. All right, so the word import is basically saying to Python that I want to load in a module of existing code from elsewhere. Now, if you have not installed Pygame into your system already, you'll actually have to do that first. So in my case, I go to File and Settings, and you're looking for Project Interpreter, and here you can see we're running Python version 3, and these are all the modules that I have installed in my system. And you'll see here I have Pygame. Now, if this did not appear, you would go to your little plus symbol, click that for install, type Pygame, find it in the list that comes up. Make sure you tick the little box to install into users site packages directory, especially for my students working on their school laptops. You will get a permissions error if you do not tick this box. Then click install package, wait for it to do its thing, say that it comes up with a little green message saying that it has installed, and then it will appear in this list. Once it's in this list, you can click OK, and you know that Pygame is on your system ready to roll. So I'm just going to get a quick little thing up and running. Pygame.init, so this initializes the whole Pygame system and gets it up and running. FPS is a variable I'm going to create, which stands for frames per second, and so this is basically the clock that I'm going to use to run my game. And window will basically refer to the main screen that will appear in my project. Alright, notice here I'm using double brackets, and I'm just setting the dimensions for what I want my window size to be. Now, in terms of little basic boilerplate, the overall structure to use for different games, I stick to a pretty consistent format. So I start off by declaring all of my colors, images, sounds, and fonts. And then I will create variables for keeping track of my game players, etc. Well, that was well timed for a video, wasn't it? And so I will have one variable that I'll call quit, which I will initialize to false. Right, then I have my main game loop. While we have not quit, we're going to be running this while loop. Inside the loop, I have 3 main sections. I have one for process events. I will explain what all of these sections mean later on over coming videos. Right, but these calculations, these are the main sections that I always split everything up into, and I would encourage you to do the same. Right, and then we will end our loop over, game over. Okay, Pygame.quit. Other things that I will just quickly put in here straight away is a window.fill. Actually, I'll leave that out just for a second, but I will put in pygame.display.update. Oops, that needs to be indented. Alright, so this is the thing that actually draws everything to the screen for whatever we have done, and then I'll do my frames per second tick, which basically says tick over to the next clock cycle when this time has elapsed. So, and I'm wanting my game to run at 25 frames per second. Inside process events, I will also put something here straight away. Like I said, I will explain the events in more detail later. So for now, just know that this is what you need. I'm just going to print the event. If event type is quit, and then quit is going to get set to true. Else, elif event type key down. If event.key is the escape button, then we're also going to use that as a signal to quit. Other thing I do also need to do up the top here, I need to import something else. So from my pygame.locals module, I want to import everything. Alright, that got rid of all the red. Now if I save this, right click and go to run hello, we should have a screen pop up. There we go, we have Pygame up and running. It is 800 pixels wide, 600 pixels high, and will quit when I hit the escape button or the little red X, and that is what we have coded. Do keep these comments in place. So basically, this is your empty game, and I would copy and paste this and use this as your starting point whenever you're beginning a new game. All right. One other thing I will quickly explain before I finish this video is the Pygame coordinate system. So if I just quickly open, where is it here? All right, the Pygame coordinate system. The top left of your program is 0, 0. The x-axis increases as we go across to the right on the horizontal. The y-axis increases as we go down the vertical. So it is back to front to what you're used to in mathematics as far as the y-axis is concerned. Y increases going down, not up. So if we take another look at our game, alright, this is 0, 0 in this top left corner, and as we come across, you can see the message has been printed out on the bottom of my program. You can see there that my mouse cursor is now at 788,12. So the X position is 788, the Y position is 12 because I'm still at the top. And as I come down, that Y value will now increase. And I end up near enough to 800 by 600. Depending upon how exact I can get my mouse pointer. Alright, so x-axis 0 on the left, high positive number on the right, y-axis 0 on the top, high positive number on the bottom. And on that, I will stop this first video. Thank you very much. This has been Mr. Borngarten signing off.